All right, we're going to work on creating a custom piece for you, Kathy. So what I've done here is I've just kind of put your information in here just so that it makes it easier for me to be able to access this. So this kind of was our text that you had sent me, a video, and I know I put a photo and the Facebook link. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to do it. And I know I want to use Classic Newsletter A. That's just the one that I like. It's my go-to. So I'm just going to do a quick add you as a client real quick in here. Now this isn't really part of the email option. So I'm just going to add you really quick. Now one thing, when you're doing this, I'm going to do this as a test. So I'm just adding you in as a contact in my database. I'm hitting create. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a list of all the people I want to send it to. So I'm going to come over to campaigns, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on emails. When I click on emails, then on the right hand side I have configure lists. Now there's two different services you can use. You can use command mail or you can use MailChimp. In this one we're going to do command email. I'm going to click create list, and I highly suggest that you create a test list to send it to yourself before you send it to clients. Now when you create your test list, you do not want to use this email on your test list because it screws the system up. The system's not like that. So I'm just going to add one here, and I'm going to add you, and I'm going to add contacts there. I'm going to say test list Kathy Boston. Okay, so now I created a list. Now if I had tags, I could use the tags here to pick and choose all those people fairly easy. I'm not going to do that in this case, but it is an option here. So I'm going to hit confirm, and now my list should have 2 people if I did it correctly. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit refresh, reload, and see if it shows if it's working right now. Let's see, viewing 1 of 10. I just want to make sure that it saved it somewhere. Yeah, okay, test list Kathy Boston. Okay, so it did save it. It saved it at the end, not at the beginning. All right, so we saved the list there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on create a new campaign. And it's going to ask me what kind. So we're going to say email. And in this case, what we're going to say it's event awareness. And one thing I could have done was I could have put an event title on there. But we're going to say client appreciation. So that's fairly easy. Which one am I at? Called client appreciation. And I'm just going to label this after you so that I know what I did here. Okay. And again, I want to make sure command email, which right now it's being defaulted to, that's good. Event awareness. It doesn't matter which one we pick here. These are just help us keep track. That's all that that's designed to do. I'm hitting setting up campaign. Now what it's going to do here is it's going to ask me what's the recipient list. So I know it's the test list, Kathy Boston. And because I did this already and I made this list here, this is why I do this, so that it's very easy to do this. And I think you gave me, did you give me a subject? Invitation to client appreciation. Right. So that's why I like to put all this here, so that it just makes it a little bit quicker. I'm going to just put that in there just to satisfy myself. Alright, so I have my invitation to client appreciation. I'm going to come back to command here, wherever it's at. I'm going to do this. Boom. Just going to paste that right in there. Next thing you know, it's going to say select design content for your email. I click there, and now you'll see I see my templates or KWRI templates. What I'm going to choose is I'm going to choose Classic Newsletter A. I can look at all these different options here by simply clicking on the ellipsis or the three dots, and then clicking on Preview Item. So in this one I don't like, so I'm not, or for your situation, so I'm going to do Classic Newsletter A. Don't worry that it says Classic Newsletter, it's all editable. Okay, so now what you'll see is this is a placeholder. There are some placeholders here, and this is why we're sending it to a test list. We're going to do a live thing, but we're going to make sure that we do this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the name, and I always forget to do this. So I'm going to say Kathy Boston Client Appreciation. Okay. So I have a headline copy, and I could just say, in this case, let's see if I click on the pencil, it allows me to edit here. I'm going to say, you're invited. Okay, put a couple little thingies there. Now I have an option, so I did that, and then I'm just going to click over here and click done, so it says you're invited. Right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the image here. So anytime I can click and drag any one of these items over from the right hand side. But in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click an image, and you see wherever that green line is, that's where this thing is going. So sometimes it can get a little tricky because I don't actually want it inside these boxes. So what I found is if I go over all the way to one side, and then I can just put it here where you'll see where that green line is, and that's where it's going to put it. So I'm going to move it up like I want it right there, and it's going to add the image. Now, you sent me an image, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, where it says drag and drop, hopefully I can find that image, which is right here. And now, I am adding that specific image to this particular email. Now, one more thing I noticed, it says maximum 1 megabyte per size. The picture you might have sent me may be larger than that. I should check that. Let's see, if I right click it here and click on properties. Nope, not. I downloaded it from Facebook, so if I downloaded the right one, it shouldn't spin here. It should allow me to add the images. Image was updated successfully. Alright. So that was the image that you gave me. Okay. So that looks like that. Now I want to just see one thing. If I click right here where it says the pencil, one thing I can do is where it says, let's see if this allows me. I was trying to see if I could make this the full size, but I can't at the moment. So I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. So I have the picture in here, you're invited. Now I have this text here that we talked about. Now you see I have two text boxes here. What I'm doing is I'm just going to click on one and delete it. And then I'm going to come over and I'm going to see this other text box. I'm going to click on the pencil and click on edit. And now you don't have to do this. So if you need to delete, if you want to delete both of these, you can just simply hover, click on the box and then click on the little garbage can. I'm just doing this to show you how to do that. And I just accidentally hit like the back button on my browser. So what's going to happen is I'm probably going to have to redo this. So as you can see, I sometimes make mistakes myself. But if this does happen, I should be able to go to emails. And I'm probably going to have a draft here. Oh, let's look at all. Well, that didn't work out too well. Well, it liked me so much I get to do it again. So let me try this again. I'm going to create a new campaign. I'm going to hit, and this is kind of why I like doing this. This is a perfect example of why I like having this in a Word doc or Google Doc, so that when I have this problem, I'll be able to do it really easy. Right? I can just do invitation of client event. It's my campaign name. Event awareness, command mail, set up campaign, create the list. So write subject. I can't stress to you how easy it is if you do this, where you have this already typed out. I like to use Google Docs for this only because it's easy and everybody has access to it. So select the content. No, it might. Okay, so it didn't save the campaign, but it did save the particular. It almost saved it, I guess. I don't know. So I'm going to use it. Well, guess we'll have to start over again. So again, anytime I want to edit the text, I'm going to hit the pencil button. And I'm just going to say, you know what? I wanted to say, you're invited, right? You're invited. Now you can you can delete these if you don't like it. I'm going to hit done. And I have two text boxes here. I'm going to delete one of them. I'm going to edit the other one. And I'm just going to put this. This is good because sometimes people's phone do not load the pictures 100% all the time in the email. So I'm just going to click. I copied and pasted that. I clicked done, and now you see that it did there. One of the things I'm going to do now, I'm going to add the image here. So I'm going to take this image and I'm going to drag it over. And again, I want to go all the way to the right side. I find that works better. And then you'll just have to, I'll just drop it in right there. And I already have your image there. I'm going to hit save. You're invited. So it has that there. And now, let's say you want to add a video. So I can take the video widget over here on the right hand side and I can do the same procedure. And I'm just going to add the video. I was trying to see if I could make this box smaller. There's probably a way. But okay, so you see I have a video here. I'm going to click edit and it's going to say video URL and thumbnail. Or here's the thumbnail, alt text. Alt text is if it doesn't show up in the browser, it would say, let's say video invitation to Kathy Boston's client party. All right, now it's going to say enter video URL. Since I already grabbed the URL of the video that you sent me, I'm going to go over to my client appreciation and I'm going to come over here and click on video. So I'm going to just copy that URL. Okay, once I do that, it's going to ask me for a thumbnail. Let's just see what happens if I click done. Alright, so I can add a specific thumbnail. I could add this again, or I could add a different picture. I'm just doing this for the sake of this. So what I would suggest is you make a different picture than use the same two that I did, if I did this correctly. I'm going to come up here and I'll click done. And now that's this, so this is the picture. I use that picture to be my thumbnail, and then I can click on that. Okay. So again, if I want to edit that, I can just click the pencil. I want to say party. Okay. I'm going to click done. So what I've done is I added a photo, I edited the text, I added a video, and now we have this link copy. So I'm going to click edit, and it's going to say link copy. So I'm going to say sign up below via Facebook. Alright, I guess I can only get 25 characters. Sign up below. So it's going to say link to. I'm going to use a web address. In order to get the web address, this is the one that you sent me. I'm sorry, I keep going back to the wrong thing. I can come here to Facebook sign up. I'm just going to slide it in here. And that's going to take them to your particular option or your landing page. So I'm going to click done. So it's not great for lead generation. This is probably a good tactic to use. So I just want to double check. So I've added the photo, I've done a Facebook video, text, all that stuff. So now I'm clicking on create campaign. I'm going to hit save and exit. Alright, so you'll see an email preview. I'm not a big fan of the preview. I like to, and I might want to say sign up click here instead of sign up below because I added it there. That was probably a wrong thing to put there. I'm just noticing that as we speak, and you can see it in the preview. Click there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually test this out. So again, I've chosen that list that has you and I on there, and I'm going to click send. I could save as a draft if I wanted to do it, but I'm going to send. So it should have sent it to me. And if I go into my email, you should see here. Have you're invited. Here's your thing. If I did it correctly, when I click on this, this is going to open up your YouTube page to play.
Extra, extra.
And if I click on this sign up below, which I should have said sign up click here, or sign up via FB, this is right here. Okay. So what we've done is we've just tested it. This is a legit test. This is exactly what your clients will see. All right. I think if I come over here and I click on duplicate campaign, I can say duplicate and customize when I do this. So it's just going to make a copy of the previous one I had. So now I can add my second list that I wanted to use. And I'm sorry for this video being so long, but I messed up there at the one point. And you can see it's spinning here. I keep thinking it's going to load, and it doesn't. So I'm going to click on refresh. And somehow I refreshed it, and now it did. It seemed like I got it there. Now what I want to do is I want to change the list here. I'm going to say, just to see what happens if I change it to test video. And I'm going to say send. Because again, it says we've already looked at this. I'd send. Hit send now. And again, that's going to say invitation should be the exact same thing. And I should have sent it again to the same email if I remember my list being set up properly. Right. So here's my invitation again. So I hope this helps. I apologize for the video being long, and we'll go from there. So please let me know if you have any questions.